What up? You guys, let me know if I'm coming through clearly. I am on another laptop this time. I'm at a local coffee shop. So let me know if you guys can hear me so I can adjust my microphone. How are you guys doing? Who's in the house? Talk to me. Polo, what's good, man? What's good? Appreciate you. Can you hear me, Polo? Can you hear me, Polo? Can somebody confirm that they can hear me, please? I'm using a microphone on a new laptop here, and I don't know if I'm coming through clearly. Somebody let me know what it sounds like. You guys, I just want to, let's just wait a couple minutes for a couple more people to come through. Thanks, Polo, for letting me know that you can hear me. The last time I shot on the laptop, it was terrible. The streaming was all choppy, so let's try this again. Okay, who else is in the house? We got Polo. Who else we got? RT 1050. What's good, RT? You look, I have not, you do not seem familiar. Are you new to the channel? Let me know. I like to know who's new to the channel so that I can introduce everybody to the community. I want to welcome you guys to the SWP Nation. My name is Samin Phillips. You're watching Sticky Web Domains channel. Today, you guys, I wanted to do a live chat on, some of you guys had a first day of class on Monday. So I want to know, how did it go? And I want to know who's online right now that had class that starts on Monday or that started this week, or if you got class starting soon. I just wanted to have that discussion with you guys. So this is called Back to School. Skill Joe, sorry about the background noise, man. How loud is it? I don't know if I can adjust that. How bad is it? Let me know. Okay, so RT said he's ready to start training next Monday. Okay, let's get this thing rolling. RT, where are you? Okay, tell us, what railroad are you starting with on Monday? What city and state that the terminal you're working from is. Let us know that information. Skill Joe said week 1 is done for me. Okay, so Skill Joe, let us know. Tell us about week 1. I mean, tell us what was the hardest thing for you? What was the biggest challenge? What do you think so far? Is it as hard and overwhelming as, you know, people make it seem? Is it not bad? I mean, let us know. Give us some insight. Polo, just finished my first week. It seems impossible to learn, but it gets more clear when you see it being done. Okay. Polo, let us know what city and state, because I can't remember the terminal that you're at, and are you with, what railroad are you with, Polo? And also, you guys share with me your biggest challenge. And if you think it's easy, let me know if it's easy. Let the viewers know what to expect on their first week. RT said he's working for UP Railroad, City of Industry, California. That's what's up. Industry, California, City of Industry. I think Brian Smith might be. Brian Smith works UP. He's also a YouTuber. I think he's out that way too. Are you familiar with Brian Smith? Have you seen him? Josh Maya, I believe. Start my training on February 11th. Okay, so you got you got a little while to go, about 2 months or so yet. So Josh, what railroad are you starting with in February, and what city and state is that terminal? Also, you might want to take some notes from these guys who already started, and feel free to ask these guys questions if you got questions for them on what to expect, because we are a community that like to help each other. So if you have questions for these guys, fire them away, and I'm sure they'll help you out. You guys, I got this peppermint bark mocha. It is banging right now. Yeah, buddy. All right, so Steel Joe said, the biggest challenge is getting so much info thrown at you that you have to memorize. The yard familiarization helps when you're trying to learn all the railroad terminology. Man, you sound like me. That's for sure right there. The yards are going to be tough to learn, especially your bigger cities. You guys in California and Chicago and all that, I'm sure you're going to have some huge yards. And I tell you guys right now, get that playbook or your yard maps and get familiar with it and study it every day. Because that's going to be the biggest challenge, is being familiar with the yard. So I'm glad you said that, Steel Joe. That's definitely one of my biggest challenges. Josh is saying he's in Bnsf Denver, Colorado. Nice, nice. Hey Josh, are you new to the channel? Your name isn't familiar. Let me know if you subscribed. I don't even know. But if you are subscribed, let me know when you did. Your name's not familiar to me right now. Okay, RT. He said, I think Brian commented on one of my posts in one of your last videos. He said he'll keep an eye on the boards when my name comes up. Oh, really? I didn't even notice that. What do you remember? What video that was? I'm actually friends with Brian on Facebook, and I think we chit-chatted a little bit. He's a cool guy. He actually inspired me to make videos. Polo said BNSF Grand Junction, Colorado, but yeah, Skill Joe. Okay. So Polo, you're talking to Skill Joe. Okay. But he's in Grand Junction, Colorado. Sounds like a good place to be right now because it's all cold and wintry my way. So you guys got it made over there. Lewis, what's up with you, Lewis? How you doing, man? Lewis is saying he went to the interview last Thursday in Alliance, Nebraska. And when we got there, the people said the class itself had been canceled. So whoever was chosen would not get an offer, but would be would be chosen as an alternate. I heard of that before. I've heard of classes being canceled. Not exactly sure why they do that. Maybe it has something to do with, just the lack of work, or maybe just not enough people to fill up the class. Or sometimes I heard, you can be an alternate if a class is full and they got what they need, and then if someone drops out or doesn't pass all the physicals, then they use an alternate. So sorry to hear that. Keep applying, man. Keep trying. Oh, Dwayne Jones, what's good with you, man? How you doing? I start with Bnsf on January 7th in La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's near my hometown back in Racine, Wisconsin. I wouldn't mind being able to get back out that way, actually. It's kind of hard to transfer once you commit to a location, but yeah, that's a good area, La Crosse. Yeah, I'm not. My hometown isn't that far from La Crosse. Skill Joe, our terminal is pretty small, only around 80 people. I drew number 1 on seniority. Wow, in my class, but we still have to go against other classes since it's system-wide seniority. Okay, so yeah, when we drew seniority, we also drew with another class, and I ended up being second in seniority, and I didn't even have to pull a card or nothing. I actually had the very last card. I was the last one to go, and I ended up getting the Queen of Spades. And I ended up getting second in seniority in my terminal. So that was what's up. That was good stuff right there. RT, so you said the last week's Sunday video. Oh, okay. So that live video I did on Sunday, Brian Smith, he replied to one of your comments. I had to check that out. Okay, cool. I have to look into that. I didn't know Brian was watching my stuff. Josh, haven't subscribed yet. Just been flying below the radar. Well, Josh, we would love to have you on board. We would love to have you part of this Sticky Web Domains Nation and part of this community. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man, when we're done with this, and hit that alerter bell so you know when I'm online. We would definitely like to have you part of our community, man. So subscribe today. So Skill Joe said he's the youngest in his class. How old are you, Skill Joe? You in your are you in your early 20s, or are you like in your teens, or 19 or 18 or something? Let us know. That's pretty interesting to be the youngest in class and then be first in seniority. That will definitely make some people mad for the simple fact that if you're older, let's say you're late 40s, 50s, you definitely don't want a young buck to have more seniority than you. So a lot of these older guys, they want that seniority because they're coming in older, and they want to at least have some good seniority. So for the young guys to get it it kind of sucks for the older guys. You know what I mean? Polo, what's the easiest way to learn signals? This was something that I was actually trying to figure out myself when I started. I couldn't find a whole lot about signals. I went on YouTube, and only signals I found was like Canadian National and Canadian Pacific signals. And then I found out that the signals they use are not the same signals for UP or Bnsf. And so the only thing I did was I basically just waited till we got to the signals part in class, and I learned it then. So you can ask your instructors if there's flashcards on signals. I know they were trying to update them and get some flashcards. There's also a page if you're with BNSF, you can find the signals in your rule book. I actually haven't even looked at it in a while because I haven't been on the road. So I think it's in G-Core. But they definitely have a page on signals, so I would look at that. And then what we did in my classes, we made our own flashcards with markers, and basically we just quizzed each other on the signals that way. So you can try that. Let me see if I got any questions that I missed. Katie, you want to say hi to the people? Say hi. This is the model that I use in the thumbnail for going back to school. This is the model that actually did the thumbnail for this video. His name is Caden. He's the up-and-coming Fortnite star. Let's see what we got. Okay, Skill Joe said he's 22. That's young. Yeah, I wish I would have got started when I was 20 something. Yeah, you guys that are young and you're getting into the railroading now, you guys are making a good decision. And a lot of guys at my terminal started at 18, 19, 20, and they're still with the railroad 40 years, and they can retire if they want, but they love their job, and they are showing up to work, and they started at a very young age. So that is one of my biggest regrets, is not starting sooner. I actually tried to get on the railroad years ago, but back then the railroads weren't hiring as much. It was very hard to get in. It was very rare that they were even ever hiring. But I did apply years ago, but it was just one of those kind of things where I was applying at whatever and everything. I wasn't really all that taking it too serious. I was just kind of seeing that they were hiring, and I just put in an application. It wasn't a big deal if I got it or not. But I wish I would have took it more seriously when I was younger. But when I was younger, I got into the chemical field, and I was actually a chemical operator for most of my adult life. I started in chemicals when I was about 19, 20. And I worked in chemicals for years, chemical operator, and working with reactors and doing chemical reactions and stuff like that. So that job actually is where I started getting familiar with rail cars, because a lot of our chemicals we got from the rail cars. So the guys from the railroad would bring our rail cars in, and when we emptied them, they'd come and get them. And that's kind of when I was kind of interested in the railroad and what they do, But I also got my experience from working outside, from being a chemical operator, because we would go out there and work on rail tanks, and we'll work on or railroad tank cars and just tanks in general, and pumps and hoses and transfer lines, and there's a lot of stuff that we would do. That definitely got me prepared for a railroad job for sure. Let's see what you guys are saying. If I'm got any questions here that I'm missing. Dwayne Jones, how often do you test during the week during conductor training? Well, that depends on the railroad. I can't speak for any other railroad because I don't know. The Bnsf, there was only like 3 or 4 major tests that we had to pass. So there's the final exam, of course. That's the last test. Then you're going to have a midterm. So there's probably about 4 tests that you got to at least prepare yourself for sure. So all I can say is while you guys are starting class, you guys started Monday, start paying attention and get yourselves ready for these tests coming up, because it's the real deal now that you guys are in class, you know what I mean? Get myself situated here. Polo said they had a quiz every day so far. Okay, so you guys are just kind of having quizzes, I mean, right? There is no pass or fail for that, right? They're just kind of gearing you up for the real test. So yeah, that's pretty common, just to be quizzed every day, and that way they can kind of get you guys to remember the information. Lewis is saying, I received the email saying that I was chosen as an alternate yesterday, but I just applied at a new position in Wichita Falls, which is only 2.5 hours away from here. Wish me luck. Okay. Is that with the same railroad then that you applied to at Wichita Falls? And if you're an alternate, I've heard of guys getting that alternate position too, so you still might get that too. So yeah, that's good that you cast a wide net. I always say cast a wide net and keep your options open. So there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Josh is asking, when you first start road training as a conductor, do you run the show or just sit back and watch? Well, the conductor's job is definitely Nintendo Switch. Okay, I think they have enough for your Switch. All right, thank you for that. Okay then. A conductor's job is the freight is your responsibility that you are hauling. That is what a conductor is. On the road, you are the boss. You are in charge of the freight, and you are in charge of getting there, getting to the destination safely. Your job is to take down track warrants and make sure that you are allowed to be on the track that you are on, and to communicate with that dispatcher to make sure that you are abiding by all the rules as far as the signals. When you see that signal that says approach or stop or diverging, that's your job, is to obey those signals. So a conductor definitely doesn't just sit down and watch. There's a lot of you have to be very alert, or else you can end up going too fast and speeding. When there's a Form A and it's telling you there's a speed restriction, you got to make sure that you abide by that speed restriction. So you have a big job to do as a conductor, and the engineer, their only job is to move that engine from point A to B. But your job is definitely more serious because all the rules falls on you as a conductor. If that engineer starts speeding, your job is to tell that engineer to slow down. And if the engineer still won't slow down, your job is to dump the air, which is pulling that emergency valve to stop that whole train if you feel like the engineer is not abiding by the rules. So it's your job for sure to get that freight from point A to B, and you are the boss. So that's what a conductor is, you know. It's a very serious job. So take it seriously. Let's see what else we got. Sarah Ann, how are you? Sadie is right over here reading a book. I didn't know you go to Alley Cats, but we love it. But thanks for watching. Mike T. Refinery. So Mike is saying he just cleared medical for a diesel electrician position at Bnsf. Probably will be starting in mid-December. Wow, that sounds like a serious job right there. A diesel electrician? I ain't never even heard of that. So I bet that is money right there. Good deal, man. That's what's up right there. So I'm glad that you brought that up, Mike. You guys, there are more jobs within the railroad other than conductor. There's also what they call track laborers or section, signal maintainers, yard masters, train masters. There are a lot of other jobs within the railroad other than conductors and switchmen. So don't just think you have to apply for a conductor job. If you guys like maintenance type stuff, you can apply for work at they call it the roundhouse. As section. Section is also kind of known as just maintenance, or also carman. Carman is also kind of like maintenance. So there are a lot of different crafts within the railroad other than conductors. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. Mike said I'll be working out of North. What the heck is that? North. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I'm not going to try to figure that out. DR. I am a GM worker who got laid off last year. GM is going downhill. Nobody can afford a new truck. 50K. Screw that. Well, the auto industry is definitely taking some hits, man. That's for sure. GM has been trying to hold on for a long time, ever since the big Detroit bankrupt that they filed. I think these electric cars are starting to take off. I think the electric car, I've seen some models coming out, and the electric cars are huge right now. So some of these car makers might be competing with these electric car makers that are like Tesla or something. So, DR, you got laid off last year. Are you applying for the railroad now, or what's going on with you in the railroad? Have you applied, or are you already working? Let us know what's going on since you got laid off at GM. And also, what made you think about the railroad? I mean, GM auto worker is kind of a whole nother ball game from being a railroader. So, what? Why were you? What got you interested in the railroad? I'm interested to know that. Polo. I have to study and test on Bnsf signals, but when we get on the road, we're on UP territory, and the signals are UP. It's hard. I don't really know how different UP and BNSF signals are. I mean, it can't be that much different. Maybe a little bit, but can't be. They're both United States territory, so um, I can't imagine they are that much different. Like I said, I haven't been on the road in a while. It's been probably 3 months since I've been on the road. They just opened up some more road jobs on the board, so I might jump back on the road while I can. So we'll see about that. Sarah Ann is saying, "Tell her I said hi. I don't get it very often, but I always love when I do." Sarah Ann said hi. She said hello, and a Kaden is saying hello to you. Let's see, Skill Joe. Skill Joe, you're talking to Mike. Okay, I'll bypass that. Okay, so how many people on here right now already started class on Monday? I know I got at least one person that said they started on Monday. Who else? Anybody else started on Monday? Because I just kind of want to know, how did it go? How was that first week? What did you guys get your first day? What supplies did you get? Did you guys get your boot voucher already? Did you get boots already? Did you get your radio? Did you get your iPad? Let me know, because a lot of people are interested in kind of what they're going to get. And I know different terminals are different, cities and everything. So let me know what you guys received on your first day as far as equipment goes. Polo, you started on Monday. What did you get on your first day or your first week? What all equipment do you have right now? I know you got your rule book. You probably got your vest. Did you get a new hire hat, perhaps? Did you get an iPad? Let me know what you guys got. RT, same question. Let me know what you got out in your area. I'm interested to know the different equipment you guys are getting on your first week. If you guys are getting your boots, your radio, your iPad. I know on Sunday when I did the live chat, someone said that they had that terminal that they're at. We're not doing iPads yet. So that was interesting to know that they weren't upgrading to the iPad just yet. So that was, I always like to know, what cities and states and how they're doing things over that, that direction, wherever you guys may be. DR, I applied for CN in Battle Creek, Michigan, and Norfolk Southern in Jackson, Michigan, for a conductor position. My uncle is a locomotive engineer for CN. I just want to jump ship and leave the auto industry. Okay. So you got some family in railroading, so that's common. And you're saying I am also a journeyman, tool and die maker. So that is a good trade. You got a journeyman's card? That is a huge skill to have, is that journeyman's card. Let's see. Have you heard anything back, DR, from CN or Norfolk Southern yet? Let me know. Okay, so Polo is giving us the telling us the equipment he got on the first week. He said he got the iPad. You got the gauge, the Glad Hand air tester, which is air gauge for making sure that the locomotive has air at least 90% of pressure. Make sure that that train has air going through it at least 90%. So you got an air gauge, you got your radio, you got your rule book, you got your lantern. I see we don't have to wear new hire hats over here. Also, all of PPE. Okay, so I assume. What about the iPad? Oh, you said that. Okay. All right, so that's okay. So that's about the same as your standard BNSF equipment. Get the iPad and the gauge and the radio, rule book, and all that good stuff. What about your boots? Did you guys get your boots on your first day? When did you go? Did you go on your own to get the boots? Did you guys go together? Let me know what you guys did for that. I'm sure people want to know. Skill Joe said, second day we got everything. Gloves, vest, radio, rule book, new hire beanie. What does that look like? That's interesting to know. A beanie? Okay, I guess maybe because it's fall, getting colder out. We actually had like a neon green. We got a neon green sweater hat. So, what color is that beanie? Is it like a neon green or anything like that? Polo said yes. We got snow boots and work boots. We got them on our own. They sent vouchers. So when you say snow boots, are you talking pack boots or like over boots? Because what I like to wear is over boots over my work boot. That just keeps my feet warm and things like that. So let me know. Because I know they give you a voucher for pack boots, and they will also give you a voucher for over boots if you guys are doing that. Excuse me. Let's see what else we got going on. So that's good to know that you got the vouchers, that you got them on your own. So then I guess that kind of proves my point that you should wait to go get your boots when you get to class and not go get them sooner. That way, you make sure you're not wasting your money. So I definitely advise everyone to wait to get that boot voucher for sure. Polo. Okay, the ones that slip on over our work boots. Yeah, that's called the over boot is what that is. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Those are I love those boots. Those have like built-in spikes right underneath, and they have like wool insulation, so they keep your feet really warm. So those boots are awesome. I wear those all the time. Skill Joe's saying the super bright orange beanie. I don't even know if I've seen that. Super bright orange. Huh, okay. Cool. So yeah, you guys will be doing a video soon about winter apparel. I'm trying to hook up with a store that a lot of railroaders go to for their winter apparel, as far as like reflective wear, like hoodies and Carhartt coats and snow pants and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get with a store where I can do like a tour of the winter wear and what you guys should be buying, as far as insulated underwear, insulated pants, long johns, neck gaiters, and things that keep you guys warm if you guys happen to be working in the Midwest area where it does get into negative temperatures. So I do plan on doing that video real soon. So be on the lookout for that. RT is asking which boots you guys recommend. I heard someone said Wolverines, Elite Legend with composite toe are the best. I don't know. I've seen those. I think I wear Red Wing. I always like Red Wing boots. I even wore those when I was a chemical operator. So I'm a huge fan of the Red Wing boots. That's what I wear. My best advice to you is to just wear what you feel like is comfortable to work in. You could be working up to 12 hours a day, walking on ballast. So you want to make sure you have a boot that is very comfortable to wear. So my advice is to find a boot that you feel like you're going to be able to work a 12-hour shift in if you have to. And if you have to do a lot of walking and, sometimes you got to climb ladders to tie a handbrake, you could have a long day. And you want to make sure that you're comfortable in the boots you wear. So my advice is get a boot that is comfortable for you. And you might even want to look into some insoles that also could help you make it more comfortable to wear that boot. So look into that. Let's see. What else we got? So RT saying, I know ballast can destroy boots very fast. That's true. Walking on ballast continuously is definitely hard on the boot and hard on the feet. So that's why I say to wear insoles and to make sure you got a comfortable boot. I think I get about 10,000 steps in when I'm working. So that's kind of my goal, is 10,000 steps. So that's how much you guys can be walking. So you want a good boot for sure. And wearing those over boots, over your work boots, and it's a lot of snow outside, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you are going to get a workout. Those over boots, they just make your feet even heavier. But like I said, I enjoy those boots because they're great for that knee-deep kind of snow. But when you're hanging on to a car, and, you're riding a shove or you're just riding on a car, it's a little bit challenging with those big over boots on. So that is about the only challenging part of the over boot. When you're trying to ride on those ladders or something like that. So take that into consideration, and just the fact that you're going to have heavier, your feet will feel heavier with those over boots. If you guys don't want to wear over boots, you can wear spikes over your work boot, and those spikes just help you grip the ice and snow. But the spikes can be a pain trying to take on and off, when you're putting them on and off your boot. I don't really like dealing with it, so I'd rather just wear the over boot. So whatever you guys, whatever you guys feel comfortable doing, just experiment and see what you guys like and go from there. Skill Joe, we are in the Santa Fe and Southwest Division. What division are you? I am the Twin Cities Division. So I am in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis area, Superior, Sioux City. What else we got? I can't even remember the rest of them, but those are some of the terminals we have. Let's see what else. Skill Joe, I got Red Wing boots and they are okay. Could be better. Uh, what's wrong with the Red Wing boot? Why don't you like it? Let me know. Let me know. I wish we could wear Timberland boots, but we can't wear Timberland boots. I see some, I always see some real nice Timberlands, but they don't allow the Timberlands. So either that or they won't provide a voucher for it. Maybe we can wear them, but we have to wear them at our own dime. We have to pay for them ourselves. But they're not going to pay for the Timberland boots. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. So let's see. You guys are going into one question. Yeah, one question I wanted to ask you guys. Are you guys working 6 days a week? Are you in class 6 days a week? That's something I almost forgot that I wanted to know. Are you guys like Monday through Saturday, or how is that working? How does that work right now? What are they doing Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday? What's the schedule looking like for you guys? Share that with us. I'm sure that a lot of people want to know. Okay, so Skill Joe said the Red Wing have no cushion. Okay, that could be true. But that's why I also said to check out the insoles. Putting some insoles in there will definitely help that cushion problem you're talking about. So look into some good insoles if that's a problem you're having. Let's see what else I have for you guys. Do you guys have any more questions for me or for anyone else on the railroad? I think that as far as equipment goes, we made it fairly clear from a couple of comments that the iPad is being issued. The rule book for sure. Your lantern light is getting issued, and all your PPE as far as safety glasses and your vest and your radio. So if any of you guys had questions about what equipment, that is what you can expect to get on your first week. What else do I want to say to you guys here? Let me check the comments. So Josh is asking a question here. When you guys are switching in the yard, do you have an engineer or is it remote control? Well, Josh, at my terminal, we are still doing RCO, which is remote control, but we also have an engineer available as well. We have engineer yard jobs and we have RCO jobs. So we get a mixture of both. But what I heard was that not all the terminals are doing RCO. A lot of railroads are getting away from remote. I don't know if UP. I heard UP was getting away from remote. Remote can be a little bit tricky for the simple fact that sometimes the remote has a delay to the response. It takes a little longer to slow down a train with a remote, and a lot of railroads are just trying to get away from that in case any kind of dangers that may cause. But we are still doing remote at my terminal. I like remote. Remote is a two-man thing. You get pretty much a helper and a foreman on remote, and you guys are basically switching cars, and you're doing the same thing just without an engineer. But I like doing remote because I feel like it's just a break from it's just something different. So I enjoy it. It's a little nerve-wracking at first when you're learning how to use that remote box. Just to know that you have all this money behind you, and you have this box right here, and you're in control of this huge engine that's worth, you know, millions of dollars of freight, and you're just a little like, whoa, this is all me. Like I'm responsible for all this. So once you get over that initial shock of that responsibility, you start to get comfortable with it. Um, Still, Joe said, yeah, we were supposed to work 6 days, but our trainer let us take care of 2 days and one, so we don't have to come in Saturday. Oh, okay. So you guys basically had like you basically got caught up in one day so that you can have Saturday off. That's good. Okay, so but other than that, I guess you did answer the question that it is 6 days a week for you guys over there. So I'm guessing that is still the standard, 6 days a week, which is nice because that makes for a nice paycheck for sure. Steel Joe is saying El Paso doesn't have RCO jobs, sadly. Huh, okay, so thanks for letting us know that. So I guess they gotten away from RCO jobs, maybe maybe because of some accidents that could have happened, or maybe for safety reasons. And one thing about RCO in the Midwest area where it gets cold is those boxes tend to really freeze up, and once those batteries freeze, you have to go get another battery because the batteries get cold in those things, and then will basically shut down that box. So those RCO boxes are really challenging when you're dealing with negative temperatures. The box can get really slow and a lot of delays, and it's a real pain. And a lot of guys just don't even want to work on remote boxes. And they actually pay you more when you work in a remote job. You will get paid more money just for the simple fact that it's a little bit more challenging because you're dealing with a remote box. So that's a little incentive for you guys that have RCO in your terminal, is that those jobs are going to pay you more money than having a regular yard job with an engineer. So just want to let you guys know that. Josh is saying, when you're on the road, are there certain hotels you stay in, or does it vary? Oh man, it varies. We stay in everything from Super 8. What else? It's been a while since I've been on the road, so I can't even remember. But it varies. It all varies on the hotel. So you will get a lounging card, and when you go to that hotel, all you have to do is show that you have that card, and it's like a little credit card basically. They're gonna charge that card, and you guys will get a card in the mail. If you guys started your class on Monday, you should be getting that lounging card in the mail real soon, so that you can start to stay at the hotels, and of course the company pays for it. So you will get a card for that, by the way. Skill Joe is saying we get paid 7 days a week for training, even if we work or not. Oh, you get paid for 7 days or 6 days a week? Which is it, 7 or 6? I thought it was 6 days you get paid for. Let me know. That sounds like a lot. 7 days a week you get paid for? Wow, that is nice. Let's see, what else have we? One thing I want to ask you guys who started class already. How many weeks of class are you guys doing before you do your OJT? That's a question somebody asked me. So I want to confirm with some of you guys who are actually in class right now. Since you guys already wrapped up your first week, are you guys going to OJT starting next week, or are you going to be in class again? Let me know. So Skill Joe said in his division is 7 days a week you get paid for training, even though you work, you train for 6, you get paid for 7. Okay, that might be the same case with me. I don't remember, but that sounds like a good paycheck right there. Josh is saying, is BNSF paid on the half or weekly? I think all railroads pay you on the half. I don't know if any railroads pay weekly. You rarely even find a job at all that pays weekly anymore. You know, I think a lot of companies just say you want money with payroll when they're doing bi-weekly or twice a month. So not too many places I've seen are even doing weekly paychecks anymore. I think it's just too much for payroll to do that. But Josh said, because I know UP is paid on the half. Yeah, same thing with BN. It's you're paid on the half, and when they use that term on the half, it basically just means twice or every other week, twice a month, every other week, whatever. That's what that means when they say on a half. What did you make last half or whatever? You guys will hear that term a lot. A lot of terms you guys are going to hear on the railroad. I kind of call it slang, railroad slang. You're going to hear that as far as the half. You're going to hear tie up, which means to basically punch out, to go and tie up. Let's see, what else? What other? And the other terms they use, I don't think you guys are quite understanding unless you knew like your hand signs and things like that. So I think I'll make a video on some of that. I thought about making a video on hand signs. So let me know if you guys are interested in a video on hand signs, or maybe, yeah, I think hand signs might be a good video to make. I don't know. Let me know if you guys would like to see a video on hand signs or like winter apparel. Let me know which one you guys want to see, and I'll try to make a video on it. Skill Joe said 2 weeks of class in yard familiarization and then 5 weeks of OJT. Okay, so that's a little different than what we did at our terminal. I think we did 1 week of class, then like 2 weeks of OJT, and then we kind of went back into class. So a little different, but okay. Let's see what else we got. Well, you guys, I don't know. I think it was a good talk. We got about an hour in, so I think we had a productive live chat today. So let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. As always, you guys already know the drill. Like, share, subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the SWD Nation. We are a family and a community of railroaders, and everything in between, you know, entrepreneurs and all that good stuff. So I'm into all that. So on this channel, you guys are going to get motivational speeches, entrepreneurship, advice, and railroading. So I talk about quite a bit of things. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you've already saw that you never know what you're going to get. I throw all kinds of stuff up. I've been blogging lately, so sometimes you guys will just see me blogging and just showing you what I'm doing on the weekend or something like that. So That's what this channel is all about. Um, so yeah, you guys, like, share, subscribe. Uh, RT is asking, do another live next week so I can share what's up with UP first week of training. All right, that's cool. I would like to try to get in every week, do a live chat with you guys. Sounds like a good idea to get some updates on what everybody's up to. So that is something, if I'm not working, then that should work out just fine. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming as always. Thanks for viewing. And I guess I will see you on the rails. Peace.